Hi there, Mladen Jovanovic from complementarytraining.net here, and in this video I want to play a little bit with one famous problem in mathematics and decision making and optimal choice problem. So the problem is quite simple, and it goes like this. So there's a sultan and he wants to hire the advisor, and he impose a certain problem on the advisor and see who's going to be the wisest to be selected. So the problem is the following. So the advisor is in a room, and there's a 100 girls or wives entering the room, one after the another, and each girl has a certain dowry or money bringing to the suitor. What does, in this case, potential advisor needs to do is to select the woman with the highest dowry. In this case, the richest, the woman coming from a richest family. So, for example, each comes in and said the fortune. In this case, let's say it's from 1 to 100, and then he needs to select the highest one. The problem is that he doesn't know what's the highest. So if he makes the correct decision, so if he select the richest girl, he's going to be advisor. If he failed to select the highest, the best girl, he's going to get killed, pretty much. So the problem is quite simple. So for example, the first 5 comes in and the highest is 20, and then the only thing is he cannot go backwards, so he cannot say I'm going to select that one. So he needs to select the current one. So he needs to let go of the first couple and then select the one that he thinks is the highest one. So it's 100 of them. He doesn't know what's coming, but if he keeps waiting, he might miss the highest one. So it's a really practical problem, and there are different strategies to solve this. So I'm going to use R. I'm going to simulate the problem. I'm going to use 10,000 simulations and see, using different strategies or heuristics in this case, what's the survival rate. So in this or probability of surviving using different strategies. So the first strategy is to select the n highest. So nth highest, sorry. So you might say I'm going to select the second highest, I'm going to select the third highest, and so forth up to 11th highest. That's coming. So once you reach the 11th highest, you select her, or 5th highest, you select her. And I'm gonna show how many of those advisors survive in 10,000 simulations. The second strategy is to skip first n girls or wives. So he might skip first 5 and then select the highest one. So the first one that follows, that's higher than the highest in the first 5, and first 10, first 15, 20, 25 up to 75. So it's quite simple strategy as well. So you let go of the first n, you see what's the highest in those first 10, and then you select the first one that's higher than the highest in the first few that you skipped. So I'm going to use this simulation and see what strategy is the best. So what gives you the highest probability of surviving this task. So it's a quite simple simulation. So I'm going to run it. It's going to take some time to go through 10,000. So the good thing is with R you can simulate these types of problems quite easily. So there we go. And then I'm going to plot the strategy number 1. So now we see that pretty much selecting the 5th highest gives us around 25% of surviving. Let me see if I print that. So strategy number 1. So 2, 3, 4, 5, around 21%. So using this heuristic, you're gonna survive in. You have a probability of surviving of 0.21. So let's try the. I'm gonna plot the strategy number 2 of skipping n number of females. So in this case, we have slightly different, and we got higher chance of surviving, and the highest is around when you skip the first 35. That's around 38% of surviving. So let's print that one. Strategy 2. So yeah, around 37%. So skipping first 35 and selecting the first one that has the highest dowry is the best, apparently the best strategy of these two heuristics, and gets you less likely to be executed by a sultan. So thanks for watching this short clip. Hope makes sense. It's interesting to see that we can use quite simple simulation to solve some of the logical problems. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned.